This is the meal prep, okay? This is the meal prep. Trust me when I tell you, okay? This is just it. Today's selection of meals are just so good, and I've prepped the ingredients in such a way where it's a mix of traditional meal prep and also mix and match, so you can have multiple meals throughout the week. So breakfast, we have our plantain frittata. I'm a plantain girl through and through. Plantain is life. So this frittata is protein packed, it has good fats in there, good carbs, and it's just absolutely delicious. Next up, I have my high protein snack, which is just yogurt and chia, and it's sweet, and it's just like your sweet kick for the day. I'm one of those people, I need to have something sweet in a day. If not, I literally can't sleep. For lunch, I prepped some sweet potatoes and chicken, and the goal with this lunch prep is for you to just have those two staples in the fridge, and you can build salads or warm bowls throughout the week. This is really where the mix and match magic comes in. I prepped those two ingredients specifically because they will stay longest in the fridge, and it's easy for me to add other things in to build a bowl that I absolutely love. So think avocado, pomegranate, feta cheese, goat's cheese, whatever you like, okay? It's completely up to you. For dinner, I've done a banging lazy girl fish curry. I call this lazy girl fish curry because it literally comes together in like 15 minutes. And I'm pairing this with rice, but you can pair it with quinoa. Whatever you freaking like is completely up to you. And of course, I always start my day with a turmeric shot. By the way, if you don't know, I have a cookbook that focuses on fresh African-inspired bowls. And these recipes are all inspired from that book. You can get 20% off by clicking the description. Okay, enough chatting. Let's get straight into the recipes.
Here will come,
So we're starting with some ripe plantain. The exact measurements for 5 servings will be in my description. You just want to peel the plantains like so and then cut them into round cubes. In Nigeria, we call these size dodo. So you want to shallow fry them in some olive oil. I'm using very little olive oil here, and I'm using this to fry the entire batch of plantains. And then you want to chop up some cherry tomatoes and some kales. You can also use spinach, and then break your eggs into a large bowl, and then you want to season your eggs. I'm using chili, I'm using chicken stock, I'm using salt, I'm using some melted butter as well. Whisk that all up, and then you want to layer your frittata with the plantains, egg, kale, tomato, and just like repeat that process until it's completely covered and you're ready to go. Pop that in your oven. You're going to bake it for about 20 minutes. Make this in a muffin pan to cut down on your cooking time. Once your frittata is ready, you need to allow it cool and make sure that center is cooked all the way through. It smells and tastes so delicious. If you're cooking in a big baking pan, portion to the preferred size that you want, and then you can place this in your meal prep safe containers. If you would like to freeze this recipe, you can also cover it with foil, and it will stay in the freezer for up to 2 months. Promise me you'll try this recipe, because starting your day with this warm and delicious frittata will have you feeling so good and staying on top of your healthy fitness and eating goals this year. These chia yogurt cups are a great high protein snack to have on hand in the fridge whenever you want. So it's also quite versatile because you can use any fruit that you'd like. Here I'm using strawberries to make a chia jam, which is the star of the show. All you have to do is puree your strawberries, mix it in with some chia seeds. I'm also adding some collagen for some added skin benefits. It takes about an hour in the fridge for your chia jam to set, but you can also do this overnight. Once it's set, you want to layer it in your meal prep cups and then top it with plain yogurt of your choice. I'm also topping it off with some cinnamon because I like that combination. This will stay in the fridge for up to 5 days. Start by making your hot honey marinade. This is a classic from my AfroBowls ebook. Anyone who tries it absolutely loves it. You're going to mix your honey with a ton of spices, chili, chicken stock, and just all the good stuff to give you this sweet, sticky marinade that is so good with meats and vegetables. Once you have your marinade mixed, you're going to split it in two because we're going to be using some for the potatoes and some for the chicken. You're going to prep your chicken by dicing them into bite-sized pieces, and you're going to then add some olive oil oil and toss your chicken till it's fully coated. You can marinate in the fridge overnight, but I just did it for about 20 minutes because I was running low on time. Now I'm cooking my potatoes and my chicken at the same time just to save time. So you want to make sure that the potatoes are cut evenly or a similar size to your chicken. Toss that with olive oil and use the remaining hot honey marinade to completely coat the potatoes. This is going to give you just a delicious potato. I typically air fry this, but because I was making a big batch, I just put this in my oven for it to cook while I was going ahead with the rest of my meal prep. Now it's going to take about 20 minutes and you will get just delicious soft potatoes and chicken. I overcooked some of the chicken, but the rest of it was fine, so I'm good. Great thing about prepping this way is that I can have potatoes and chicken in the fridge for whenever I want to build a salad or any one bowl of my choice. So whatever combination you like is completely up to you.
Put your cap for me, baby. Cap for me, baby.
The African in me needs to have some sort of stew or curry every single week. Now, this fish curry is literally the easiest thing in the world. You want to start with some white fish. I've just used some frozen white fish that I've defrosted and I'm cutting them into chunks like so. Now the idea is that you're going to season the fish with some salt or black pepper, whatever you like. I'm just keeping it simple because all the flavor is coming from the delicious curry. Now you want to fry off the fish and just a little bit of oil because you know we're healthy over here, and just cook it. And now you like to cook before actually putting in the curry because I feel like this actually makes the fish hold together when the curry cooks. Now you want to saute some onions, really cook it down till it is nice and soft, and then you want to add some chopped tomatoes. I chopped up these tomatoes, but if you're really lazy you can just use canned tomatoes, and then allow that to cook. Add your spices. I'm using turmeric, I'm using some chicken stock here, also using some paprika, and the star of the show is this like store-bought red curry paste. Like this is the Thai red curry and I love it. And then you want to add a tablespoon of a sweetener. So here I'm just using plain white sugar. You can use brown sugar or coconut sugar, whatever you like. Allow that cook down, and then you're going to add some coconut milk. Use the whole can of coconut milk. It is so delicious. Allow this to cook down, and then you're going to add in your fish back into that curry. And what you want to do as well here is add in any vegetable of your choice. I like to just use frozen broccoli here because I feel like it really holds up well in the curry. When I say lazy, I mean you can literally go frozen everything in this dish basically. It's also quite cheap to make as well. Make sure that all your veggies and fishes are fully coated in the sauce. Allow that to reduce and cook down, and your curry is basically done. I'm serving this with some fresh herbs, and I'm going to serve it with white rice across the week, but you can do quinoa, you can do potatoes, whatever you like. Okay, at this point in time is whatever you want that goes. Pack that up and it will stay in the fridge for about 3 to 4 days. So good. I'm a huge fan of wellness shots because I feel like they just give me that extra boost of anti-inflammatory properties that just helps me recover better with my workout. This is one of my go-to recipes. It uses oranges, lemons, turmeric, ginger, and I'm also going to be using some ACV and black pepper, which I forgot to film. But basically what you want to do is peel your oranges. You're going to use the whole orange. Peel up your lemon. You're going to use the whole lemon. You're going to put that in a blender with the whole ginger, the whole turmeric. I like the skins. Just make sure that you wash everything properly before you add some water and you blend up the whole thing. Now my blender was super full. Do not overfill your blender because I had to like split it in two halfway. Anyway, blend it up, and then you want to use a cheesecloth to strain the juice and to get the pulp out. Just a workout because I was really getting my life with all the squeezing. This made a lot of portions. Normal people portion these in these small cute containers, but I don't just like this for liking's sake. I really do feel like it helps me recover better. So I make this big jugs for myself, and I make the smaller portions for my sister to pick throughout the day whenever she wants. This was everything I prepped this week. If you've liked this video, please subscribe to join the fam and leave me a comment below letting me know what video you would like to see next.